So now that we have adjusted the audio and added our cursor highlight, we can start to edit the audio and video tracks themselves, add intro and outro sequences, and take out any silence or gaps in our tracks. We're going to start by adding in an intro video and music clip to the beginning of our video. One really nice thing about Camtasia is that you can use their pre-built intro sequences or build your own and add them to the library so that you can access them in any project. So I'll show you now where you can do that. So we're in media right now, in the media bin, but you can go up to this here, this little icon here, it says library. Click on that and then you can see the pre-built ones. Motion graphics by eLearning Brothers. There's other ones here, intro clips, lower thirds, and there's music tracks here as well. And then everything here is stuff that I have added that I've made custom. So I've already created an intro video sequence and a little audio clip to put in the beginning of our video. So we're going to insert that now. So what you can do when you're adding these to the beginning of your tracks, you can move your tracks to the right and then add them before the track starts. And then you can add like a fade in or something like that. But we don't need to do that for ours. We're gonna put the video clip and the audio intro here just on the very beginning, right at the start of the video track here. So I'm going to start by inserting this one here, video title, lower third. And I'm just going to drag that down and put it right here on top of the other tracks. And then I'm going to take the short intro or ending audio and I'm going to move that down as well. And I'm going to place it again right at the beginning. And then what we would normally do here is we would edit the video because it's a title, so we'd want to make the title to whatever video we're using. And the thing with this one is this is our first video for this course on Storyline. So I actually created the video intro for this video, so we don't have to edit the text, but I'll show you how you do that if you wanted to. So I'm just going to zoom in here a bit. So you can use this plus sign here to zoom in. And then you can see with this video track here, there's a little plus sign. So if you expand it, you can see that there's text and there's a shape. So I'm going to go to the text part here and I'm going to move my cursor here so it's right in the middle, right here, so you can see it all. So this says how to start an articulate storyline project. Well, that's what we want to call this, so we're going to leave it, but if you didn't want to name it that, you just double click, highlight it, and then just type over it. And one more thing we're going to add to the beginning here is a fade in. So we're going to go to the beginning of the video track here. And then we're going to go up to transitions and add fade through black. So we just need to drag that down. And there we go. Now let's just preview that beginning part. So first we're going to look at how to start a Storyline 3 project in Articulate. So this is what you'd see once you open. There we go. So that's what we wanted to achieve. So we've done that. Now we will go through and play the video from the beginning and edit out any mistakes. So I'm going to start this here from the beginning again. And I'm going to stop it at certain points when I want to edit something out, like an or an ah, or silence. So first we're going to look at how to start a Storyline 3 project in Articulate. So this is what you'd see once you open Articulate. Now if you have the trial version or you actually have a paid version, you should see something similar to this. So we're going to start by starting a new project here, but you could also record your screen or you could import some files like from PowerPoint if you already have created some slides in PowerPoint. Okay, so I pushed the space bar to stop it because I heard an right here, approximately. So I'm just going to move back there and just play that one more time from there. Some slide. So I heard what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that part out. But first, before I do that, I'm just going to see in the video if my cursor moves during that part. So if you look up here and it doesn't move. So that's good. So that means I can cut out the video as well. So I'm just going to hit Control on the keyboard so I can select that part as well. And then I'm going to hit S, which is split. That's just a shortcut. And then I split it there. And then I highlight them again, hit Control on the keyboard. And then you can drag with your mouse over. And then let's just try this because I don't know how far to go. And then I'll play it again. Some slides in PowerPoint. Okay, let's just see if I cut that all out. Some slides in PowerPoint. I think that's okay. So let me just, now that I've had them highlighted, you can just click on the top here and drag them back. And then we'll go back to this point and play it again. If you already have created some slides in PowerPoint, then you can import them. Okay, I think that's good, but there's a bit of silence there, so I'm going to cut this out too, the silence right here. And then I'll drag them back together. Now I'll play that again. If you already have created some slides in PowerPoint, then you can import them into Storyline. But we're going to focus for this course on just creating a new project because most of what we're going to be building is right in Storyline. So I'm going to click. Okay, so there's a bit of silence here. So I'm going to cut that out as well. I'll just make sure that, yeah, nothing is really moving there too much. Okay, I'll stop it there and I'm going to hit S. And then I'll drag that back together and then play it from here. Storyline. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, I'm just going to stop it there because there was a bit of a space there. I just want to see if that's just loading or do I need to cut that out? So I'm just going to play it from back here one more time. Storyline. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, I'm going to cut some of that out. There's a bit of silence. I'm just checking here to see how far to cut it. I can cut a little bit more. Okay, maybe just there, and I'll put it back together and we'll just play it again. So I'm going to click on this. Yeah, that's better. And when Storyline 3 opens up, okay, let me just play that again because I think there was something to edit out there as well. Click on this. And when Storyline 3 opens, okay, so I hesitated here a bit, so I'm just gonna cut that. And when Storyline 3, on this. When Storyline 3 opens up, it always opens up to this. Let me just play that again to see if the mouse cursor, sometimes it may move in a certain way if you're cutting the video with the audio. So there's a little trick I use sometimes. I'll sometimes drag the video part a little bit ahead and then drag this part and it will look a little bit more seamless. So let's just play that again and see. This. When Storyline 3 opens up, yeah, so it's a little bit choppy there. So I'm going to try this little trick I use. So I'm just going to click here. I'm going to move this part down just a bit and then move that to match it right there. Play that. When Storyline 3 opens up, it always opens up to the story view first. And we only have one default slide here. But later what you're going to see, and you can see that in the storyboard that you would have downloaded for this example course we're going to build, that later you'll be able to kind of see kind of like a flow chart for your course that will be built as you go along. And when we do start, we're going to start by creating the layout first, so you'll be able to see that from the get-go. Okay, so I have from the get-go, so I might edit one of those froms out first, so you'll be able to see that from the get-go. So what I'll probably do, which is easiest, is to just cut it here and then move it back. So hit S on the keyboard. Slide that back. And I'll just take out some of this silence here first, so you'll be able to see that from the get-go. Okay, there's a bit more audio I want to cut here. And you can zoom in more if you need to. So I'm just going to move this back right here, this little bit right here. And I'll play that again to see that from the get-go. There we go. So this is what it will look like. We should probably save this first as a name because right now it's just an untitled. So I'm going to go over here to save as. And I'm just going to call this juggling course example. And then hit save. All right. So that's pretty much all you have to do to just start it. And in the next series of videos, we're going to go through. Okay, so I heard series of videos, so I'm just going to cut out that part. Play it from here again. All right, so that's pretty much all you have to do to just start it. And in the next video, I'm gonna zoom in there. Series of videos. I'm gonna split it right here. A series of videos were I think that's okay, but let me just put it together with the other one and then we'll check it out and see how it sounds. In the next series of videos, I think that's pretty good. Now, sometimes if you go back a little further, it's easier to hear it. And in the next series of videos, we're going to go through how to create your layout, and then we'll go through step by step for each side, how to create the animations and put in the text and put in the characters and everything that you need for each side. Okay, so I made a mistake there and I repeated myself, and that's a little trick too when you're recording. So if I make a mistake when I'm talking right now, sometimes I'll just restate exactly what I wanted to say, and then I just have to cut out the bad take for each side. So I'm just going to cut out this first one here, this first take. Play it again. And everything that you need for each side. I'm just going to zoom out there and just play it a little further back. How to create the animations and put in the text and put in the characters and everything that you need for each side. There's a little silence there I'm going to cut out. And everything that you need for each side. Okay, so that's the end. I'm just going to even these up here, and then I'm going to drag them back. And then we're going to add our little ending audio that I usually put in for these types. And I'll just go to the library here, drag over my ending. I'm just going to place it there for a second because I'm going to add a transition fade through black to the video. And actually, I'm going to extend the video a little bit, just so that it won't cut off our audio there. And I'm going to line up this ending bit with the fade right here. So let's play that. Characters and everything that you need for each side. There, I like that. So now we're done editing out the mistakes and adding our video intros and outros. Next, we're going to look at adding a few zoom in, zoom out effects so that it's easier to see what I'm doing in the video with the cursor.